If you are new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Composting comes in many forms and fashion, whether you do it in a tumbler, whether you have a physical on-ground pile. We utilize the Rootmaker aeration rings. This is an 8-panel ring. It's got an open bottom, and the 8 panels meaning the number of panels in which it is constructed. This is an 8-panel, which is what we're going to build today and fill. Over there is our 6-panel, in which we utilized last year. Now we do a form of cold composting. There's two forms, there's cold and there's hot. Hot composting is when you readily turn the pile, keeping a consistent moisture level and browns and greens consistency at the beginning in order to get the process to heat up and to break down the materials in order to get compost quicker. Cold composting, in which we do, is we simply take materials, fill in the bin, walk away, and then years later we'll come back and sort out what is broke down, utilize that, as well as what's not broke down we incorporate back in the pile. The disadvantage to the cold composting is simply one-fold. It doesn't necessarily kill off the seeds in which you've put in here. If you've got a lot of weeds going to seed, or you throw like an old pumpkin in here, those seeds are still viable and will germinate. So keep that in mind. Now this can be utilized as a hot compost pile. It is constructed together with zip ties overlaid here by a couple of notches, but we could utilize this and turn this pile on a regular basis in order to get it to break down quicker and to have the compost at an adequate and internal temperature of 172 degrees for a minimum of 72 hours in order to kill those seeds that are viable. So, or that are still active. So what we've done here is we've kind of cleaned off a spot to get it to set flat. And all we're going to do is we're going to take compost. These are just kitchen scraps, coffee grounds. Got that done. Now what we're going to do with this pile here is a lot of this, probably from about here up, has just been from over the winter, just throwing stuff in here. Winter composting can be done on an effective basis. However, with the cold composting, it just kind of sits there. So we're going to take this pile and invert a lot of this into that pile there and actually get our compost pile activated and moving and starting to break down quicker. So we've got a variety of different things. I've zip tied this, so what we're going to do is I'm going to cut the zip ties off of here. And it's going to open up, and we're going to put it in the wheelbarrow and take it over to the new composter. And cut there. Now, like coconuts here, going to take many, many years to break down. Egg cartons, the cardboard, not the styrofoam. So we're just going to kind of see what we've got here. And then we'll reconstruct this next to that new composter. Okay, so I'm just going to take this pile apart. You can see we've got many different levels: the broke down soil, the almost broke down soil, some grass clippings, a lot of shredded paper, and then just food scraps. Now, one of the reasons why this is not broke down more intense is because we didn't do that layering or that mixture of browns to greens. When you do that, you'll see this very different aspect of this pile. You would see more of the soil broke down throughout the pile rather than just the multi-layers of different items here. So that's the intention this year. And then you also see some oopsies that we have in here. We've got a couple of plastic bags that probably had some rotten food in it from the fridge that we just threw in the compost pile. Some tape. Those items do not break down at all, so we want to remove those. Here's another bag. Whatever item was in that is gone, but that's all trash. The rest of this can be composted. Simple rule: if it came from the earth, it can go in the compost pile, meaning wood or wood chips, shredded paper, food scraps, any of that type of mindset, cardboard. Smaller the particle, the quicker it's going to break down. So I'll get this in the wheelbarrow and we'll start reconstructing our compost pile to actually get it to work the way we want it to work, and it should be working in order to get an active compost to be used in our garden. So I'm just going to start layering this in here, and as I'm putting in, I'm breaking it up because there is some compaction just because of the way we threw it in the bin previously. Again, you can use coupon code radio21 to get 15% off your purchase of a compost bin or any products from rootmaker.com. This bin is 34 inches tall. This 8-panel bin and the 6-panel bin, they're both 36 inches tall. And this one is approximately 30 inches across. So if you're interested in the measurements there. Thanks for watching. Join me again next time as we work through more garden activities.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.